So let's just welcome our special guest to the stage, Mr.
Hello.
Mikhail. Hey, what's going on with you?
How are you?
I am great. I'm going to go ahead and let you do a slight introduction, and then we're going to introduce your movie and that you recently released. Congratulations on that, first of all.
Thank you.
Yeah, so I'm gonna tell us a little bit about you. First of all, welcome to the Stubb Show. Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Yes, how was your day?
A little busy, but otherwise good.
Thank you for taking your time out of your busy Thanksgiving Eve to spend time here with us here on the Stubb Show. So go ahead, tell us a little bit about yourself, introduce yourself, and then we're going to play the promo from your movie.
Okay. Well, hello, everybody. My name is Mick Hill. I am a native Washingtonian. I'm born and raised uptown. Graduated from McKinley High School. I'm a local businessman and an entrepreneur and now a movie producer. That's a quick bio.
No, that's right. Well, welcome to that's your quick bio. Welcome to the Stubb Show. We're going to get ready to put your quick trailer on for your movie, and then we're going to get right into where the vision and everything came from for that. So here we go, you guys. This is the movie trailer for
Hello?
Hey, where you at?
Hey, I'm nearby. Don't worry about it. I'm good.
All right, good, because he on his way. What you mean? They took the money?
They took everything, baby. Let me
Oh,
in.
no.
Did Mo make that drop?
Man, I don't know what's going on with Slim. He ain't got there yet. I've been calling him.
Fine. You know what to do.
You got to be dumb as shit if you really think that Book ain't got nothing to do with this.
Where's my money? There's a problem with the courier, but the problem been addressed. I just need a little more time.
He be flexing.
And you say he in there every night?
Every night, he even bought this bitch an iced out necklace and a bracelet.
Heavy, my pockets, they kicking like patty. I'm eating for sure, I'm a soldier. Heavy, the weight of the world that I carry. This low burden is placed on my shoulders. Heavy, my heart from the friends that I lost didn't cold me. My heart even colder. Heavy on me, shit really heavy on me. Heavy, the pressure I'm pushing, applying my foot on it.
What you gonna do?
Look, you need to leave town.
Man, this nigga's bag is the one that put Tiffany on my life. What the fuck?
Oh, yeah?
Heavy on them, shit really heavy, Heavy on loyalty, I can deal with the fate too. Circle small and it's closed off. Gotta get out the snakes, feed the family. Yeah, we all keep a plate. I know life's a gamble, bitch. I raise up the stakes. Just a camel, yeah, I'm swagging and vaping. Your lane is never, I can go either way. And I'm best to the Maverick, I'm lethal, don't play. Brody with me, we gon' fight for the game. Nosy bitches trying to speak just to so the man respect. When they speak on my name, shit, Rose got the torch, she's on fuck up for change. To keep it 100, no, we not the same. I'm stocking they
You need to get to see me ASAP.
about commas and zeros, make people watch Jackie and strange. I peep it, the switch will be obvious. I'm too solid, can't change for an naughty.
Yes, that's the trailer. I can't hear you.
Thank you for telling me that. Yeah, I was going to say, now let's get right into your interview for your movie, 4 years and 8 months. So as a young man growing up in the Washington, D.C. area, what was that like?
A little funny because I grew up in the 80s era, just like a lot of people my age. I'm 55. So just like a lot of young black men in that era, I got caught up in the streets. So there was a time in my life where I was doing a lot of stuff I had no business doing. So just like a lot of guys my age, but you mature, you grow out of it. So
yeah, and some of that experience helped you to become the person who you are today. My next question is, what made you want to take that leap of faith into the music production industry and producing a movie?
Oh, well, because I'm an entrepreneur. I have a couple of different businesses. One of them is I'm a certified personal trainer. And whenever I train my clients, I always tell them, go beyond yourself to be better. So, and evolution is constant. So you always have to evolve. You always have to push yourself to do more than you think you can. So for me, I don't believe there's nothing that I can't do. And I kind of fell into it. I believe that everything in my life happens like organically. What I mean by that is I don't plan it. I just happen to fall into it, and it's like everything is like perfect for it to work. So a good friend of mine who is the lead in the movie, Dominic Graham, he was going to Atlanta already filming movies for another company. So he called one day. He had posted that he was in the movie. So I called him. I was like, well, when you started making movies? So he said, man, I've been doing it for a couple of months. They about to start rolling out. So we got to talking, and then I watched this movie on Tubi. I never knew what Tubi was. So I watched this movie on Tubi. Then one day, me and my wife was sitting watching a Tubi movie, and I said, I can write a movie better than that. And that's how it all started. So I called Dominic. I got him to give me information on how do I even get a movie put on Tubi. He sent me the information. Angela Joy Clemens, who is my niece's aunt, has already.
Shout out to Angela.
Yes. She's already been writing her own short films and short stories. And I called her up and told her I wanted to write a script. She introduced me to Mitch Cradle, who was the director. We came up with a couple concepts for the script, and then we finally got the idea. We did a treatment, and then it was just pretty much like filling the dialogue. We sent the first script to Mitch. He sent it back, said not good enough. True. So we fixed it, did some tweaks, sent it to him again. He sent it back again. Yeah. So finally, after the third iteration of what we sent him, he agreed to do it. He worked with us a lot and showed us the process. And from there, Angela did the casting, and it was pretty much like downhill.
Yeah. Jack Magazine, Angela, let's give a shout out to her for Jack Magazine.
Yes.
She's the founder of that and putting people on. And she's a great woman, and you know, she's always behind the scenes, but doing some things that's big, that you don't see, you know, in the beginning. So shout out to her because I happen to know her also. So where did the vision come from for your movie 4 years and 8 months? Where did you get that vision from? Because it's not easy just to think of something and then play it out for a whole 45 plus minutes.
No, so actually the movie started off in one direction, and then it kind of took a twist, and then we kind of built off of that. So yeah, it was a whole different concept. And the thing about when you're writing a movie or you're doing a screenplay or writing a book, you always have an idea which way you want to go, but sometimes it changes. Then you can just expound on that, and then from my experiences from before, it kind of grew. And the funny thing is, when me and Angela wrote the script together, there's a program that's called Celtex. So we both log on from different locations at the same time, and then we can see while we are literally writing the lines and changing what we don't like. So it was kind of pretty much where I wrote the male parts, she wrote the female parts.
And it just collaborated and came together. Now, is this based off some experience and things in the Washington, D.C. area that you've been through or seen growing up in the chocolate city?
Yeah, well, it's loosely based off of a couple incidents that I know that I know about, but not directly. But I will say that I named the characters in the movie after actual people that I do know, some friends. So, but other than that, it's basically it's totally fictionalized.
Okay, so going after a big goal isn't easy. What were some of the things that you did to stay focused as you were writing and preparing to bring your movie to a reality?
The thing about that is I'm pretty much dogmatic. If you put me on something, I stick to it. So, and I'm very busy. So like I said, I have like 3 or 4 different companies that I run all at the same time. So when me and Angela actually got to the point where we can do it, because we have been talking for like 6 or 7 years about collaborating and doing something together, either some kind of book or some other kind of media stuff. So when we actually decided to do it, what I did was every night I blocked out a certain amount of time for me and her to go on cell text and to go back and forth. Or even when I was, because I also drive, I'm a truck driver too. So even when I was on the road.
Oh, how'd you get the time for all this? Jesus.
People don't believe me, but I sleep very little.
I can tell if you're a truck driver and writing a movie at this and running companies.
So I driving the truck. So while we were driving the truck, she would I had my headphones on. She'd tell me the script, and then I would tell her the rewrites while I'm driving. So yeah, so we did it that way, or most of the time at night we blocked out a certain time that we both had, and we'll go on cell text, and then we'll work on the script, work on scenes, or do the rewrites. Yeah, but it wasn't easy, because when you're new at something, Angela actually taught me. So definitely Angela, because without her, I would have had some words on the page that wouldn't went anywhere. She taught me how to do the script, and then when the movie, we finally got to the table read, we did it virtually. The first one actually didn't really go that well. Mitch sat in on it and gave us a lot of critique or a lot of stuff we had to fix. And then by the time we got to the actual live table read with all the actors, everything by that point was pretty much worked out. But we still did a lot of tweaking during the movie for the script, because it's always like a constant flux of different things. You have new ideas. You say, "Oh, maybe this will work better." So it was a challenge, but I loved it.
So this is your first one, huh?
Very first.
Yeah, so that's good that you made it through and didn't give up until you seen it on a big screen and coming through. So tell us a little bit about your logo that you have there on your shirt. Where did the vision come for that before we get ready to take a quick break?
So actually, this logo, it goes to all of my companies. So my motto is all things cyborg. So it started out first with Cyborg Fitness, which you can go on your phone in the Google Play Store or in the Apple Store, App Store, and get my fitness app. Then there was Cyborg Delivery, which is the delivery business I have. Then came Cyborg Trucking, and then now there's Cyborg Films. All of them have the same logo. Actually, my stepson Anthony designed my logo for me.
Oh, isn't that good?
About 6 years ago. And the thing about him, he's good too. I gave him the concept of what I wanted, because when I work out, people used to always tell me I'm like a cyborg because I have to be nonstop. So it kind of stuck. So I'm half machine. I tell everybody at night I plug up.
Nah, half machine, half man, huh?
Half man. I need electricity.
All right, you guys, we get ready to take a quick break here on the Stubbs Show. I am on with my special guest, movie producer Mick Hill, straight out of Washington, D.C. Woo, my home state. So, of course, I got to woo it. So we get ready to take a quick break, and then we're going to come right back and talk more about his movie that recently released, 4 years, 8 months, right here on the Stubbs Show. We'll be right back, you guys. Don't go anywhere. All right, you guys, welcome back to the Stubb Show. Remember, if you would like to become a guest on the show, let me tilt this down a little bit. If you would like to become a guest on the show, or if you would like to advertise your brand or your business, you can become a part of the show. Just shoot me an inbox or DM. I'm not sure what platform you are on, or you can email me at thelofnetwork@gmail.com. We have a new book that has hit the top of the I guess the tribe, I'm gonna call it, for today. And I want to give a shout out to my girl Tracy McLean, because she's part of one of the authors in this book, and it's called The Chronicles of Life After by visionary author Patrina Mackins. Make sure you guys get a copy of that right there on Amazon. My girl Tracy McLean is in the back right there on the book, so giving a shout out to her. Remember, your book can make the part of the show also and sit right up there on my top bookshelf, as well as I like to give a shout out to music artist Dane Riley. Make sure you guys check him out. His album Inspiration. He's another local artist within the Washington, D.C. area with some good music. So make sure you check him out. And if you would like to have your product placed on the show, you can just inbox me and we can make that happen. But we're getting ready to get back into my interview on today with my special guest, Mr. Mick Hill, coming right out of the Washington, D.C. area. We're going to welcome him back. Angela Clemens have just stepped in. You guys, if you can see that comment right there at the bottom of the screen, you guys make sure you go to her Facebook and check her out if you would like to be a part of her magazine, or you would like to collaborate to write a movie like she did with Mr. Hill.
Yes.
You can go and check her out. So, I was here. We're about to get back into your interview. Thank you for your patience on today. Before we left, we were discussing things that you did and ways to stay focused. And I know that you are half man and half machine, and you stay ready. But
yes, I do.
But things happen. What would you say was the hardest trial that you had to face along your journey of getting your movie to the screen and making it a reality?
Actually, because I didn't know a lot of people that's in this industry that are here, so it was a little challenging to finding the right sets, play locations, and also the actors. Angela knew a lot of them, these people in the movie. Shout out to Aisha Galati, her first time acting. Also,
come on, get your shout outs out. Get your shout outs out.
Yeah, no. These are all people that were first time actors that didn't, that weren't sure that they can do it. Abdul King, Aisha too. Even myself with my cameo, my first time ever on camera doing something. Who else? Rico Curry. So he's a childhood friend of mine. You know, he called me up and said, "Man, put me in your movie. I can do it," and he nailed it. Yeah, Michael Brown. So all these are first time actors that never acted before. So that was the challenge. But since the movie has come out, I've met a couple other producers and a couple other directors. So now I'm networking. So hopefully the next ones will get easier and easier. So that was the hardest part, because I didn't know anybody. Angela knew some people, but a lot of times we were trying to figure out where we were going to do shoots at, because we needed a certain set. Some parts of the movie we had to change it because we didn't know how to find a certain set that we needed. But now that I met a few different people, it's open. That's just like shout out to World War Polo, because he was the one that set me up with the distribution of the movie that's about to come out too. So thanks, Polo.
And with you bringing that up, saying what you didn't know how to do, but you just took that leap of faith and did it. You said you felt it, and when you feel stuff, you just go with it. And look how it just blew up into something bigger. So now you started with your first movie production. You watch somebody else's movie and was like, I can do better than this. That was a challenge. Then you went and did that, and you accomplished it. And then now it opened up doors for you to meet other people. Now you talking about something for the next one to come and the next one to come. You ready to write even more. So it's good to hear you talk about and be open and honest about how this just was a leap of faith that end up just, you took your vision, you took your intuition, and you went with it, and it just festered and happened, and everything just fell together, and everything that you needed. And that's the whole point that I want people to see. Like, we see the big picture, and maybe people are thinking, you've been doing this for years, this is what you know how to do. But to hear the story behind the person, behind the movie, it helps other people to say, you know what, if I'm sitting and I got something I'm thinking I can do, just go out there and do it. And it's not like you ain't got other things that you're doing.
No. So what it boils down to is you have to have belief in yourself. So there's nothing I don't think or I believe that I can't do. There's, as long as I put my mind to it. And the thing is, I tell everybody this. They say, well, how can I do this? There's no way. There's always a way. You got to figure it out. About 8 years ago, so I have to work out every day with my wife's cousin. So she told me, she said this. I had a job. Believe it or not, I was working at Giant. I was stocking frozen food at night at Giant for $12.25 an hour. And this is what she told me. She says, as smart as you are, you need to quit that job. So I was like, and do what? She said, you'll figure it out. That was the best advice she gave me. She said, because that job you have, you're way bigger than that job. I didn't understand what she meant at the time, because I was like a lot of people. I was to say, well, how can I do this? I don't know how. Where do I start? But the thing is, all you gotta do is find a beginning. Once you find the beginning, like with me, if you give me a crack, I'm gonna kick my way through the rest of the door. That's with everything I've ever done. When I started my delivery business, I started off with one little van on a small route that paid me like $200-something a week. Now I got 40 employees and 23 routes.
Look at that.
Yeah, so it all starts with you believing what you can do. Once you tell yourself you can't, then you won't. I never tell myself I can't.
Consistency, because I'm pretty sure, especially with that delivery company getting up to 40 employees, you felt like quitting at times.
Yeah, still do. Trust me on that one. Still do. But the thing is, life is about challenges. If life was easy, or if you knew how to do it, I mean, if you can do just what you knew how to do, how would you make yourself any better? You can't learn. Everybody, you have to learn from your mistakes and from your failures. If everything you do works and everything's perfect, then that's not life. That doesn't work. The only way you grow and get better is you have to fall. But as long as you get back up, and if you fall, stay down, that's something different. If you fall and quit, but as long as you get back up, there's always another day.
Oh,
so, yeah, sure. So it's sometimes I do feel like quitting a lot of stuff, but that's life's not about quitting.
Yeah. You know, I needed to hear that, the stuff I've been going through, but, you know, I always say this show blesses me as well as it does for others, because you need to hear those type of things, that, you know, fall and get back up. You know, your strength, you know, people see you doing what you're doing. They like, oh, he got it going on. He know what he's doing. But like you said, it was a lesson. And thank God for your wife just helping you to take that leap of faith and saying, you know what, you better than that. And you believe in it and going after it. And I'm doing it because, like you said, life is about lessons. Life is about trials and tribulations and going and getting up. But to get back into, and I hope you guys took all that in. If you feel, I hope you took it all the way in on today. But we're going to get back. Yeah, they took it all the way in, because the reality is the strength comes from keep going. So do you think that producers have the power to change the trajectory and direction of the future by the movies that they produce?
Well, kind of sort. That goes with anything. That goes with any kind of art. So movies is an art. If you make music, that's an art. So then you have a lot of influence by what you put out. So sometimes you have to be a little careful about what you do put out, because people are going to watch it. Then some people don't understand that it's a movie sometimes. Mm-hmm. They believe it's real, because You know, even with music, you got some people listen to music and they take it literal, and it's most of the people that make some of the music don't do none of the stuff they say in the music.
None of it.
You see what I'm saying? So yeah, so I guess you do have a certain amount of influence about what you do put out or what you do make. So yeah, and if you look at it that way, then you do have a responsibility to what you do and what you put out. Because I tell everybody this. I didn't understand what the feeling was. A friend of mine who does paintings, she told me this. She says it's a different feeling when you take something from your mind and you put it out and you can see it. And then the thing is, once you do that, it's not yours anymore. It's the public's. And then it's the public's perception of whatever it is you put out to them.
Yeah, and social media get us like that every time we go post or we say something, and then you get all these comments or responses, and then you get frustrated, like, who you think you're talking to? Or wait a minute. But like you said, once you put it out there to the public, it's no longer yours.
Not yours anymore.
Yeah, it's almost like paparazzi when the celebrities get mad about taking pictures. And when I first started media, I had to tell myself, hold on, doesn't matter if they get mad. You're out in public, and once you come out in the public, you're open to whatever is out there in that public. So what are some of the, who's a known movie producer that you look up to and why?
Don't really know any movie producers. Really don't. So, but they're some.
Oh, and that's Spike Lee? Tyler Perry?
Well, I mean, they make movies. I'm saying this. I'm not really a Tyler Perry fan. I like his business model and what he did because I watched the documentary on how he did it. But as far as movie, but I would tell you this. So Antoine Fuqua makes a lot of good movies. So if you want to go on that way, I like the stuff John Singleton did and how he started.
Yeah, John Singleton was another good. Got to give him some props. Was he the one who did Poetic Justice?
Yep.
Yeah, if we could bring back movies like that again, and I think the kids want that because they're listening to our R&B music. They're listening, they're watching our old family shows that's on rerun right now. So I think you might need to get into another Poetic Justice.
Okay, so what I'll do is because this 4 years 8 months is set to be a trilogy. So.
Okay, Angela did say that on the comments and put her comment up.
It's said to be a trilogy, so actually me and her are like 14 scenes into the second script already. So.
Oh.
Yeah. So when we do sit down and do it, we are kind of prolific. Yeah. So we'll be 14 scenes into the second script. We're still working on locations for it and stuff like that, but it's not going to probably be shot until the spring after the weather breaks. So
y'all might need to rent my house to do some scenes or something. I don't know. We might gotta talk about some money.
Okay.
Some money on the table, and I'm there.
So, do you have any acting skills?
I can come in as a purity. So if y'all need somebody to come in and act like the interview or a scene just went bad, and y'all need the media or reporter, I'm in. I would donate that. I'm in. Count me in. But my next thing, since you're getting ready to bring out the next part of the movie, what are you looking for in actors? So those who are watching and may want to get into or bust out at acting, or they're already acting and they want to connect with you, what type of things are you looking for in the actors?
So, we're definitely looking for people who can fit the bill of the role. That was a little bit of a problem in the beginning. So we did recast a couple people. So sorry if you got kicked off, but
Golly.
It wasn't personal.
I know it was a hard thing to do, but okay.
No, not really, because I'm used to firing people, so I know how to do.
You do got 40 employees. You got to make it happen.
Yeah, so that's not hard to do. But no, so we look for people that understand the role, that understand the assignment. So and then you have to be able to be with. Well, acting is like it's being yourself in the role. So as long as you can do that and you can do it well, then that's what we want. That's just like Trina Scott, who's in the movie. She stepped in at the last minute. Also, Nino, he stepped in the last minute, and both killed their roles. Both of them.
So do they need to have experience, or can
No,
it be
not necessarily. As long as you, because what we did was we had our table reads, but for part 2 we're gonna do casting call because we're looking for a high level of actors than we did before. But there's gonna be the same people from the old one, but for some new characters that are going to be introduced in the second movie. We're looking for a specific look and a specific skill set. So anybody that can act, if you have your bios or anything that you've already done. There's been some people who already reached out. I would have to say since the movie came out, I've been DM'd by a lot of would-be actresses.
Yeah, that's a good thing. You guys, he's on Facebook at Mick Hill, so you can slide on up in that inbox and send him your whatever portfolio and let him know that you want to sign up to be part of the next trilogy. So where can people catch 4 years and 8 months? Where can they watch it at?
So currently I'm in negotiations with DC distributors to have it placed on Tubi and other platforms. Also, it's going to be on SKG TV on a pay-per-view basis. You can be able to buy it.
Oh, okay.
It's coming.
Yeah, so you guys get ready. And if it's a trilogy, we need it to be coming, because, some of these shows, they start, then they stop. When it's good, we want to keep it going for that next season and the next season and the next season or the next trilogy and next trilogy.
Well, the plan is to grow Cyborg Films to be the biggest film production in this area. That's my goal.
Do it, brother. I can see it happening. Go ahead now. I might got to write us something to put up under there.
I don't never sell myself short.
Yeah. You do your thing. So where do you see yourself in the next 5 years with the movie production thing?
In a studio of my own, with my own sets. So there's I live out here in the Plata, but there's an old Sears building at the mall that's empty. Every time I ride past it, I look at it and say, you can put a lot of sets in there and do a lot of stuff.
Keep it home. Keep it home now. We don't want you to be homegrown right here, and then after you grow, you go ahead and leave the DC area. Keep it on home.
But that's not gonna happen. No, I'm born and raised. I love this area. I wouldn't want to live anywhere else. Everywhere I go, I like it, but I don't want to live there.
Well, I ain't gonna be participating in that. I would definitely like to see it go somewhere, see me move somewhere else. But I always want a home in DC. The violence is just too much for me, but I love the business opportunities and networking, so that's what keeps me here. But hold on really quick, we getting ready to take a quick break, you guys, and then we're going to come right back and let you know how you can connect with Mr. Mick Hill, how you can get involved with his next movie, and just make the networking that you need to network with. I know you guys are in Australia, Atlanta, the UK, different places. Partner with him, and you could be right here in the next movie, and Stubbs could be like, I connected that. I was the one. I made that happen. But we get ready to take a quick break right here on the Stubbs Show, and we'll be right back, you guys. So don't go anywhere. Guys, make sure you keep the conversation going and join us on YouTube at the Leap of Faith Network. Make sure you hit the subscribe button, and also keep the conversation going on Facebook weekly with our updates at the Stubbs Show. So make sure you go on there and like that as well. Also, if you just started a brand, took a leap of faith, or have a business and you want to share your testimony, your backstory, how you got things started, then we need you as a guest right here on the Stubbs Show. It's time to take that leap of faith, so connect with us so we can help you. All right, you guys, welcome back to the Stub Show. Remember, if you want your commercial played right there or your event posted or whatever it is that you want to market to the world, the worldwide internet, because we are on 3 platforms now, you can do that. Just connect with me. Let's make it happen. But before we left, I had my special guest on, Mr. Mick Hill, and I'm getting ready to get in this interview with him really quick. But before I let him go, I want to ask you, where do you see the future of the movie screens? Because I heard the movie theaters, because I heard you say you're going to Tubi. We know Netflix is taking over. I love Tubi, Peacock, Stars. Do you think that our movie theaters will be closing down soon?
Yeah, because it's more convenient. I'm being honest with you. No, some people, like my wife, she likes the experience of the movie theater. But
I do too.
Not me so much. I could sit right here and watch it in my own house. I'm just being honest, because it's like with everything else. If you look at it, a lot of brick and mortar stores are closing because everybody orders online. So right now it's in a right now era. The more convenient it is, the more better. So the movie industry is going to have to evolve, just like every other industry. If you don't, because you don't see, if you remember a long time ago, there was Earls. You had Blockbuster. They didn't evolve, because when Netflix first came out, Blockbuster had the chance to buy them and evolve. They chose not to. They thought people will always rent DVDs. Look what happened.
Yeah.
So the movie industry is going to have to evolve, because eventually, if you don't have to leave your house, you're not. Because most people say, well, I can sit at home and just buy it right here.
Yeah, COVID definitely changed a lot of things with people, even in the work industry. People like, listen, I don't want to work, have to go into your office and work when I could do that work right here. And yeah, I'm like your wife. I enjoy going to the movie theaters and see the big, huge screen, the loud noise, the loud sound, and the popcorn. I mean, you can't get that popcorn at home.
I mean, but for me, I like convenience.
Right. And you like that's you chilling, put your feet up, relax, watch a movie. And at this point, you looking at a movie like, let me see, I might have changed this up, put it this way, do it this way. You probably want a notepad next to you while you're watching a movie nowadays.
Well, to be seriously, so when I watch a movie, and now, because Angela told me this, so everything I look at is angles. How did they shoot this? Maybe we should try this. So she told me, she said, well, what happens is you get the movie bug. And I definitely have. So when I watch a movie, I look at the angles of it. Because I said, well, when I do a movie, I want to do it this kind of way. I want to try that way. Because if you look at Training Day was like a movie that was like a concept of one full shoot of the same day. That one long movie. So now that I look back at it, that was like genius. Because I don't think a movie was done like that before that.
And you see so many music videos where they're in one room, just doing different angles, close up, backing up, slowing things down, moving it fast. And it's like, wow, you're able to, if you know how to have the visual and the eye for production, you don't have to spend as much and do as much. So you definitely right about that. Hey, Jay Curtis Studio, you may want to tap in with him to help to do some stuff with production coming up. We're getting ready to play your trailer really quick, and then we're going to let the people know how they can connect with you and go ahead and let you finish on your Thanksgiving Eve. So we're going to play the trailer. Here's a trailer for Mick Hill, 4 years, 8 months, coming to the screen near you.
Hello?
Hey, where you at?
Hey, I'm nearby. Don't worry about it. I'm good.
All right, good, because he on his way. What you mean? They took the money?
They took everything, baby. Let me in.
No.
Did Mo make that drop?
Man, I don't know what's going on with Slim. He ain't got there yet. I've been calling him.
Fine. You know what to do.
You got to be dumb as shit if you really think that Bug ain't got nothing to do with this.
Where's my money? It was a problem with the courier, but the problem been addressed. I just need a little more time.
He be flexing.
And you say he in there every night?
Every night. He even bought this bitch an iced out necklace and a bracelet.
Heavy, my pockets, they kicking like patty. I'm eating for sure, I'm a soldier. Heavy, the weight of the world that I carry. This low burden's placed on my shoulders. Heavy, my heart from the friends that I lost didn't cold me. My heart even colder. Heavy on me, shit really heavy on me. Heavy, the pressure I'm pushing, applying my foot on it.
What you gonna do?
Look, you need to leave town.
Man, this nigga Bag is the one that put Tiffany on my life. What the fuck?
Oh, yeah?
Heavy on them, shit really heavy. Heavy loyalty, I can deal with the fate. So I relate. Circle small and it's closed off. Gotta get out the snakes. Feed the family, yeah, we all keep a plate. No life's a gamble, bitch, I raise up the stakes. Justin Campbell, yeah, I'm swagging and vaping. Your lane is narrow, I can go either way. And I best to the mirror, I'm lethal, don't play. Brody with me, we gon'
Who is that?
Nosy bitches trying to speak just to hate, so the man respect. When they speak on my name, shit, Rose got the torch, she's on fuck up for change. To keep it 100, no, we not the same. I'm stocking, they clapping.
You need to get to see me ASAP.
About commas and zeros, make people watch janky and strange. I peep it, the switch will be obvious. I'm too solid, can't change for an audience.
Four years, 8 months, produced by Mick Hill. Let the people know where they can connect with you. And you said they need to connect with you because the movie isn't released just yet. It's getting ready to release. So let the people know how they connect with you and how they can also begin to sign up to be a part for the next trilogy that's coming out.
So I'm everywhere. I'm on Instagram at Mick Hill 5582. Facebook Mick Hill, or even on TikTok at Cyborg Films. The movie is set to be a trilogy. We'll do a casting call, I believe, probably sometime around February or March before we actually get production stuff, pre-production started. Anybody that's interested in acting, or either another producer or director, or even if you are an artist that look to get your songs in the movie. Shout out to my nephew Mark Hill. His music is in the soundtrack. Also, the opening song to the movie, Kenilworth Katrina. Thank you, girl. Love it.
I heard of her. I heard of Kenilworth Katrina.
Yes, her song is the opening song of the movie, and so me and her have a meeting when she comes back to town. So hopefully she'll contribute more to the next one. But anybody that's an artist, like I said, if you're an actress or actor, or you have music, or if you're another yes, you're another director, or you're a producer, because I believe that relationships build business. You can't get anywhere without having good relationships with everybody. That's how Worldwide Polo, he the one that introduced me to the distribution people. He didn't hold it to himself. Appreciate you. So that's what everybody needs. Everybody needs a network. Everybody needs to bring each other up, because Atlanta is like a hot spot for Black movies, and so is Detroit. But here, not so much. So let's make the DMV better.
Stand up. Let's make some noise, make it rattle. And not only that, you guys, I know we said actors and producers, but this is also an opportunity for, if you into fashion, if you got jewelry, you do hair, you might want to reach out and connect with him and start growing with him now. And you could be in the credits for doing that type of stuff. And then you can also use this type of work to say, hey, I did the hair on this. I provided the fashion for this. Because there's so many things that make up a movie, Yes, it is. So if you got a creative idea, or you think you can help this brother with something to get involved, hit him up, inbox him, say, hey, I got shoes, I got coats, I got earrings. I want to come do the girls' hair. I can do some haircuts. It's so many ways that you can grow and be a part of a project, but you just got to network and connect to get involved. And he already opened up the door. So if you guys want to connect and be a part of the next part, get with Mick Hill for that. So we getting ready to end our interview. I thank you so much for joining us. Let me tell you guys, I was like, well, where's the bio? Where's this? He was like, look, I got it. Let's just rock and roll. We were supposed to do another date. And I was like, well, some things happened. He was like, still, we're going to rock and roll. So this is nothing prep. He came on here and did his thing. So I thank you for taking the time out on today. to join us. I can't wait to continue to promote all the wonderful things that you are doing. And also, I'm going to put his email. Thank you, Yolanda Hill, for putting. Is that your wife?
Yes.
We want to thank wives. Okay, first of all, we want to thank wives for supporting husbands. So there's his email address right there on the screen. If you guys want to connect with him, make sure you make that connection. See, one thing about the Stubbs Show, we're going to talk about all the glory, but we're going to tell the story before the glory, let you know some things that strengthen you. And we real, letting you know that people are real. So when you see people doing great things, understand life happens, things happen, and it took a journey to get here. And that's why I can't never let my guests leave or end the show without having you leave it with end it with something positive. Before you exit, whatever it is you want to say something to the people to encourage them, something that just because we all need it.
Okay, well, before I do that, first I want to thank all the cast and all the crew that worked on my project and brought me and Angela Vision to the screen. So that's from Dominique Graham, Miss DMV, Keisha Williams, Kilda Rowe, Trina Scott, Trina, can't work with Trina, who contributed to the soundtrack. My nephew, Mark Hill Jr., Aisha Tube Galati, who also now has her own talk show, Let's Talk About It, which I'll be on December the 8th. Everybody, that including you, all the podcast people who reached out and helped me promote this project of mine. Mitch Cradle, big help. World War Polo for his help, and Angela for the script. But what I would like to tell everybody is this, like I tell all my personal training clients, go beyond yourself and be better, because that means this: when you think you don't have enough, there's always something left. When you think you can't do it, find a way to make it happen, because when you have that kind of mentality, then there's nothing that will ever stop you. Nothing. As long as you believe there's a way to do it, because I've been through a whole lot of stuff in these 55 years I've been living. There's a whole other backstory that we're not going to get into. But
we'll get into that on the next interview.
Yeah, so it's never over with. It's never over. When you feel like it's over or you're done, it's never that. It's never. Yeah. I'm proof positive, and not to promote anybody else, but there's a book I believe everybody should read. It changed my life about 13 years ago when I read it. It's called The Law of Success by Napoleon Hill. That book gave me an epiphany.
You said The Law of Success?
Law of Success by Napoleon Hill. So I read that book about 13 years ago. It changed my whole life. It changed my perspective. And when I started living by the principles of that book, my whole life changed. It really did. Because people always want right now, or they don't accept what they've been given. And the universe gives you just have to ask for it in the correct way by your actions. People say, I want to be rich, but on your job, they say, we got some overtime. Oh, I'm going out tonight. I ain't got time for that. But the thing is, you have to appreciate what you have and accept it. Then the universe gives you more. And then you get back 10 times whatever you put out. So you put out bull crap, you're going to get it back 10 times. You put out goodness, you're going to get that back 10 times. That's life. So that's how I live my life. I do everything not for glory or not for reasons, but believe it or not, I challenge myself. I love the art of business, not necessarily chasing the pot of gold. That's the caveat on top of the cake, or that's the ice on the cake with the caveat. But for me, it's the process, it's the learning, it's the making myself better. That's what I like the most about everything.
I like that, and I receive it for even myself, and I'm going to have to check that book out. I thank you, Mr. Hill, for joining us here on the Stubbs Show and just taking time out to pour into us, because this is an interview, but also giving some advice and life pointers that we need, because we all going through something. And it has been a pleasure having you on. It's nice to meet you. I look forward to being a part of Angela. I know you was on. Throw me in here. Let me put Angela back up, you guys, so you guys connect with her also. Angela, throw me in somewhere in the script. I'm in. Put me in. And I've been wanting Angela on the show, but she always so shy.
Yes.
Was she in the movie?
No. behind the
I
scenes.
know she wasn't. She's so
But-
shy, but she's doing so many good things. I'm like, girl, if you don't get up out that shyness and come, you know, we're going to have her act. So act like she's on an interview, and maybe we can get her on.
We planning a cameo for next time, so we're gonna see.
Yeah. So you continue to have a good day. Happy holidays. Happy Thanksgiving.
Thank you.
And anything you got coming up, make sure you share it with the Stub so we can put it out there.
Thank you for having me. I really appreciate you giving me let me use your platform to promote my project, or even just have time to speak, because I can talk about myself forever.
Well, that's okay. Come on back on when you're ready to give some testimony of your past. And we need to encourage people to get up off their ass and get to working out too. They about to eat up all this pork, ham, and all this good food, macaroni and cheese. Then next summer they giving the beach whatever their body got. You need to connect with him. He said he could work you out. Somebody put a thumbs